what they say. Oh no, we're on our way. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Woo!
Hey everybody, it's Escape to Reality with Justine
and Geneva. Hello. We're super excited today. We have a special guest joining us, Amanda from Not Skinny But Not Fat, a new podcast that everybody should check out. How you doing, Amanda?
Thank you so much. Amanda, aka Not Skinny But Not Fat. It's weird to hear other people say the name because I'm like, only I can say that.
I
love it.
Yeah, it's good. I had to look at it like 3 times and make sure I was getting it right.
Oh, really? No. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like,
sure.
when other people say it, like, I've had friends tag me in things and accidentally write, like, not skinny without, like, the not fat. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
You're like, thank you.
There's more to it, please.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your pod. I know you have an Instagram too. So tell us how you kind of came up with the idea. I know you record with your sister. So give us a breakdown.
Yeah. Well, that actually was Instagram first and then pod, but it was kind of like meant to turn into that. But basically, I was living in Israel when kind of like the meme culture started. So I wasn't really a part of it. I was living abroad for a few years. And then all of a sudden I moved back in like 2015 to New York. And then I saw these like funny things and like people writing stuff and putting it on Instagram. And I was like, I can do that. Because I've always been super into writing and like funny things. So I just kind of started like, thought about this name, you know, when you have those thoughts when you can't fall asleep, like 1,000 things that you don't think about during the day. And I literally look back at it and it was like just a light bulb and I was like, not skinny, but not fat. And it just came to my brain. And in the morning I opened it and, you know, started just like writing little like liners and mostly it started with like weight stuff. Cause like who doesn't relate to like stuffing your face and regretting it or, you know, like everyone kind of relates to that. So it started with a lot still like to this day, I would say like turns out to be like 60% are like about food and weight and like body image stuff, but in a funny way. Cause like we've all been there. We all like can't get ourselves to work out. We all plan on dieting and then postpone it to the next week.
It's already Monday.
Yes.
The eternal Monday start date.
The eternal Monday start date. Right. So, you know, it started from that and then slowly like I built an audience and really grateful for that, really happy with that. It's been a ride. Yeah. It's like it's
cool.
A constant thing. You know, you have to really put in the work and write like creative and original content every day. And if not, then, you know, it won't work on its own.
And so
you just go eat.
Do you, yeah, right. Then you'll just go eat your feelings. Do you repost like people's content or are you creating all your own content?
Most of the time it's original content. Sometimes I'll repost if I'll find something, like on the internet that's funny or on Twitter. Usually I won't repost like what other memers are posting because then it's like super recycled and I don't want people to like get bored. And the thing is that it slowly kind of started shifting in the past few months. I've always been like celeb obsessed, reality TV, like a junkie, always. But I've kind of like kept my Instagram separate. And then slowly I was like, wait, like this is what I'm interested in and they don't even know it. You know what I mean? So I started slowly being like, wait, I'm really like into this and that and seeing like the reactions from people. They're like, everyone's into it. And people want your opinions on these like shows and things that you're watching. So my Instagram actually slowly became like the post kind of funny memes, liners like that, where you can tag your friends and blah, blah, blah. And then stories, like a little bit of myself and a lot of, you know, Kardashians, VPR, Housewives, you know, all the reality that we know and love and celeb stuff. And so I usually would share it like with my sister, right? I'd like DM her things that I see or that and then I was like, wait, but everyone wants to know and everyone's into that stuff. So I started posting it. So that sort of turned into like the next step would be like a podcast about that kind of stuff, which we started like a month ago.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're already like, I think the 5th episode is about to come out. And
Awesome.
yeah, it's super fun because like you think, we were talking about The Bachelor when that was going on, and then it ended and you're like, wait, are we going to have as much to talk about? And like every week,
Yeah, I know.
That's
It's
like us.
oh my God,
There's
geez.
so much
like
crap.
yeah, there's so
Yeah.
much crap. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, there is still so much to say. I don't want to like talk for 5 hours at a time. So it's hard to keep it, at a length that,
Yeah.
because I could
Digestible.
keep going
Yeah.
forever, even when like, The Bachelor's over, Kardashians didn't start, but there's still just like so much to talk about.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like, it's the same thing for us. Like we literally, Justine and I would text each other like in code that if somebody looked at our phone, they would have no idea what like we're talking about, but like it would be like the name of like Kim Kardashian's latest kid, just like the name would be like, and she would know. And so we just decided like same idea. We were like, you know what, we should just record a podcast because we do this all day, every day.
Oh, that's so cool. Wait, how do you girls know each other?
We met at a terrible job many moons ago and then just became fast friends. So
and even though you're like far apart, you stay in touch through
so
the
I had to
power
relocate.
of
Yeah, I know. Isn't
celebrity.
that crazy? I know it is.
I
She
had
can't
to
get rid of
relocate
me.
for my stupid husband. No, I'm just kidding. I moved because of my relationship, so I had to leave San
For my
Diego.
relationship.
Not that you resent him or anything.
No,
like that.
not at all. I love Florida.
Yeah. We would have lunch every day and just do the podcast
Aw.
pretty much.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Well,
totally.
that's you're giving the people, what they want, and you're also
Yeah.
like maintaining what's really important. Friendship
One of your-
and
Exactly.
reality TV.
One of your posts, though, I find myself laughing when I'm going through the feed, and the one that got me last week was really funny about slept so shitty last night, feels like I'm going to the airport.
Oh
And I
my
just thought that was
God.
hilarious.
That's
Me
good.
too.
It's so true.
I swear, I have some posts that I write that I'm like, you are so funny and
If
relatable.
only guys knew how seldom girls wash their bras. I was thinking
Right?
about that for days. That cracked me up.
Oh my
So
God, but
true.
right? No, the airport thing, like I really like napping, and it's a
Oh,
problem.
me too. I
'cause
love napping.
My schedule allows me to do it, and everyone hates me for it. Like literally, my family will be like, "You napped again." I'm like, "Get off my nap." Like for
Right.
real. I'm gonna move to Spain where I'm accepted socially, and like if
Right.
we don't, start accepting it. But it fucks up my sleep schedule sometimes. So I'll have a great nap, but then
Right.
I try to go to
You're
bed at
up
1
at 3 a.m. Right.
And I'm like up till 3, and then I wake up in the morning, and you know that tired that you feel when you're going to the airport because you have an early
Yeah.
flight, but you're okay
Yeah.
with it because you'll sleep on the flight, except there's no flight.
Right.
But it's funny because sometimes, those things like are things that I'm thinking and you don't know, you have to write them in like a one line where people will understand it. And then you also don't know, will people get what I'm trying to say? Because it's like pretty specific. So it's really fun and gratifying to see when people do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh, totally.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's attention span is like 3 seconds, so you literally have to write something
Exactly.
that's like one line. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm the same way. If someone sends me a video over, 10 seconds, I'm like pressing the screen every
me
second
too.
to see when it's over.
Terrible. It's terrible. Okay. So we're going to ask you in the scope of like kind of like Vogue 73 questions. We're just going to ask you quick questions to kind of get to know you before we dive in.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. First question. If you had a Housewives tagline, what would it be?
Oh man.
And you can think.
Everyone needs to know that they didn't let me think about this before.
No, we did not. We did not give it to you ahead of time.
Because like on the Housewives, like when the guys, they had the New Jersey.
Oh yes,
one.
when they had the reunion, they all got like time to like prepare. and
I'm
think.
sure they got time.
Listen, we could ask you again at the end. If
Okay,
you
ask
wanna
me
think.
again at the end. Ask
Okay,
me again at the end.
all right.
Okay.
Second question: what TV show are you currently obsessed with?
Oh my God, Vanderpump Rules.
Okay, that's good. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Vanderpump Rules. No, I'm just kidding. But, no, really.
Jax.
My biggest pet peeve is when someone, I just got mad at my sister about it on the podcast, like live, and today, when someone says that they say something isn't right, or like when someone says an opinion about something they don't know about, is my biggest. Like, the
Yes.
Kourtney Kardashian Photoshop photo in the tub.
I
Did
saw
you guys
that.
see that? So there was blatantly a nipple on the wrist. There was blatantly like not a leg. There was like, it was like this whole thing. My sister didn't see it. So on the podcast, I was like, okay, so let's talk about this like Photoshop pic. And she's like, it was not Photoshop. And she just said it as if like she knows it was not Photoshop. And I'm like, okay.
She has a nipple on the wrist.
Yes. So I was like, please don't say things you don't know. So that, yeah.
Okay. Next place on your travel bucket list where you want to go that you haven't been.
You guys are going to be shooketh, but I haven't been to Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
Man.
You're not, honestly,
girl.
you're not missing much. You should just come down south to San Diego. It's much better.
No, I need to go on a Lisa Vanderpump.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to do that. Yes. Oh, yeah.
So I'm going. I'm actually going. I scheduled my thing already, and I'm like, how am I going to do 4 days and go to Pumps or Tom
every place?
Like,
those are priorities. Yeah.
Okay, last question. You had 1 day to eat in New York. Where do you send people?
Oh my God. I start the morning with like just like a deli bagel with cream cheese. I get Joe's Pizza, which is like the best pizza in New York, for lunch or for a snack.
Mid-morning snack.
And for dinner I'd actually go to like a cool beer garden in like Williamsburg. It's so different. Like New York, I love New York, but the minute you do go to Brooklyn or something like that, you do feel like much cooler instantly. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. All right, excellent. Those are, you survived. We'll ask you the Housewives tagline, so keep thinking about it.
No, Geneva. But I'm not. I can't talk and sing. What do I look like?
Are you looking forward to Deep Dish Geneva in Chicago?
Ugh, I'm not a deep dish person.
Oh my God, don't eat it though. It's so good.
That's the pizza, right? Is it?
Yeah, it's like the one that's like, it's super thick.
I
that's
love
not my vibe. It's too gnarly for me.
Gotta try it. What about you, Amanda? You like it?
I like thin crust.
Yeah,
so
I like them both. I like them both. Yeah.
I mean, pizza's pizza. I'm convinced pizza is one of the foods that, like, even if it's shitty, it's still good. You know what I mean? Like, you can have like pizza at 2 a.m. like hammered from like Domino's.
I mean, it's
like, this is amazing.
And sauce. It's true.
Right.
It's cheese and sauce. And I'm all about soaking up that, alcohol. So I'm sure deep dish, like you wake up hangover free.
Oh, you probably feel like death. You just ate like 3,000 calories in a slice.
Take a big dump. It is delicious though, Geneva. You have to do it, please.
All right, I'll do it for you.
All right.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
So Justine, I think, is going to ask you about some of your celebs.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll get into
real
the
quick
celebs.
though. So how long were you living in Israel for?
Oh, this time around for 5 years, but my mom's Israeli, so I kind of like lived there a bunch throughout my life, but like independently, weirdly, because like I sometimes you don't even realize the things that you can do. So only when I look back, I'm like, you lived in Israel for 5 years by yourself. But I did.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and I met my husband, who's now my husband there. So
oh, wow, you're married?
I'm married. I know. It doesn't go with my brand. It's like, people are like,
are you
what?
surprised?
I thought you were like a young, oh, wow, that's crazy.
I know. Sometimes my followers are like, what? And I'm like, no, I'm still cool though. I swear.
I'm not married. I take it back. I'm not. When did you graduate college? What year?
2010. I'm 30.
Oh, okay. So we're right about the same age. Okay.
Yeah, we're about the same age.
Oh, God. If you guys were like 21, I'd hang.
Youthful,
podcast.
No, we literally, Justine was like, I think she's like super millennial. Like, I think she's like 21.
I think she's very young. I think she's a decade younger than us. So you have a very fresh face.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. A fresh face. Oh, my geez. Oh, yeah.
I like that.
No, but it's funny because usually I think that's another reason I love like Vanderpump Rules, because you'll watch any other not Housewives, but like other reality shows and everyone's like
they're all
20.
So young. Totally.
And you're like, how can I relate? But then I also like to think like, you kind of look older, they look older. I
mean, Jax is like 37 years old at this point.
He's 40.
Oh my God, he's 40?
Right, yeah.
Did
he? 40. Yeah, he did turn 40. Remember?
Oh my God.
40.
Yeah, we'll get to your Vanderpump where you are in that, and you're probably watching a young, because Jax has had different nose jobs and everything.
No, I'm on season 5, you guys, and listen, how
many seasons are there?
I
7.
think 6.
Oh,
7.
okay. You're almost there. Okay.
I'm almost there, and like I'm such a cheapo that I was watching with Hulu ads.
Oh God.
Oh,
Real
I would be
dedication.
too. I would be too.
until my sister, I made her start watching. She's on 3, and she went and upgraded it. Like she couldn't even take one day of the Hulu ads, and she upgraded it. So now I'm like, okay, and it did make life easier. But I have a thing with binging shows where on one end I'm like, I want to enjoy this for as long as possible. I want to bask in it. I want to like,
yeah.
But then you're like, wait, like I want to also know what's going on now because I'm so committed that I'm not following them on Instagram. I don't want to know what's happening in real life. I'm on season 5. That's my reality, you know?
Okay, so what's happening in season 5? Remind us of like where you are.
Of course. Oh my God. Okay. So Katie is engaged to Schwartz. And she's very nervous about the wedding planning. And she's very irritable about it.
Yeah, how do you feel about Katie?
Oh my God, wait, you guys. Let me tell you some inside scoop.
Okay.
Katie follows me on Instagram, which I didn't know before I watched, right?
Oh no.
And then,
Oh my God.
No, there's no juicy thing because thank God I didn't talk shit about her. Oh my God, thank God.
You haven't talked yet. You're not to this season. You would have.
I would have, exactly. I would have, but I haven't, and lucky because like no. But I do think, and I don't know if I'm biased now because we're Insta friends. I do think that from the beginning she's the most like level-headed, mature. Like I really do think that. She really is.
Oh,
but
interesting.
You don't?
I didn't hate her. I didn't hate her that much yet. The past couple of seasons is really, it's been rough. I don't know why.
Rough go for her.
But let me tell you. Let me make you feel differently for a second. Then.
Okay.
She takes it really to heart because we're friends now. That I know. But okay, wait. So let's just back up for a second. So she's engaged to Schwartz. She is a little irritable. She is a little stressed about the wedding planning. I can understand her, you know? It's stressful.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's the worst. Planning
and,
a
like,
wedding
having people call you, like, Tequila Katie, and, like, even Schwartz at this point is being like, Tequila Katie. That's annoying. Yeah. You should support her. No?
Yes. No, I mean, their relationship is bizarre to me. Like, the whole dynamic is just...
Oh, so someone asked me on my stories, I did, like, a questions day, and someone was like, Mary Fuck Kill, Jack Schwartz, Sandoval.
Ugh.
Okay, you girls answer that now.
I would marry Sandoval, I think.
Same.
Okay.
I'd fuck Jax and kill Schwartz.
Yeah. I think I would
the opposite of what everyone said.
Really?
Jax is gonna fuck you better than Schwartz is.
Oh, 100%. I would agree. with that. He slept with too many chicks.
Schwartz would fall asleep or something during it, or he just wouldn't. No, I don't know.
That's
Maybe
true.
he would surprise me. I don't know.
And I feel like Sandoval and I could get really into fashion. Like we could be dressing each other.
Oh my God, that is like. So listen again.
Sandoval's
because
a lover.
Of my friendship with Katie, I didn't answer it. I felt so weird.
Okay.
I take friendships very seriously. Okay. So first,
maybe you'll meet her in LA.
First of all, what do you mean maybe? What do you mean maybe?
Oh, you are? It's happening? Oh my God.
It's gonna happen.
I'll get their address.
I'm gonna get it. No, for real though. First of all, it is. Watch. I'm gonna check in with you guys in May, and you're gonna see.
I can't wait.
A picture of me and Katie drinking tequila.
And Ken's asleep at Tom Tom.
But it's hard for me because the season I'm on, like even Schwartz is pissing me off. And if I knew she wasn't like watching my stories, which she is, I would be like, Schwartz, you fucking asshole, like support your woman. You know, even at this point, the small things, like she didn't want Ariana as a bridesmaid and he like took her as a groomswoman.
Right, yeah. She was a smoking hot groomsman. But at that time it was really weird. Perfect. But now,
and what's happening?
It's hard not to tell you what's happening.
I know what's happening with Jax in season 5.
Well, he's with Brittany.
Oh, okay.
Brittany. But listen,
is this her first season? Brittany's
second, I think. He's being endearing. Like I feel like there's a storm coming.
Oh my God! Like, is there ever a tornado? Is the brewing, girlfriend? Oh baby, you are in for it.
No way. So I have a feeling because every time I say to someone like right now, because somehow he bounced back from everything. He's like this great boyfriend. Everyone loves being around him. Like, oh my God, what? Oh no.
No, I can't wait for you.
Like, it's amazing that you're existing in this like alternative world bubble.
But it's a hamster
of, like,
wheel.
3 years ago.
Because this is the same exact situation right now.
I know.
Oh my God. No, okay, but I have something before you're saying. Okay.
Season 6, I think, is when that hits.
Yes,
right.
Shit hits the fan.
Okay, so I'm excited, but also Stassi, what's happening on and off with Patrick, which like it's not that interesting. Kristen's like crazy Kristen.
Yeah.
And Kristen is just she's kind of non-existent in these seasons.
She's like dating Carter. She's dating Carter.
Yeah.
At times you're like, wow, Kristen is really being like sane and normal. And then there are like little parts that you're like, she ain't fooling me.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about Sheena?
Do you know what? Let me tell you guys something. I don't hate Sheena. Why does everyone hate Sheena?
Okay.
I don't hate her.
I don't hate her. I find her like really kind of like pathetic.
I find her sad.
Like, it's sad. It's
really? At season 5 even or after?
What's happening with her? Is she with Mike in season 5? She married?
She's still married, yeah.
How'd you feel about the crop top wedding dress?
I mean, listen,
liked it?
I mean, it's weird for me to not like hate on things, but I didn't like it. It wouldn't be my choice of dress, but like,
she looked
that's
cute.
what she liked.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, I can look at like the positive things. So I'll say like, to me, which you girls are going to laugh at me, she's a good friend to her friends. No?
Yes. I would say
that. Yeah. I
she
think they're all kind of jealous of her, but I don't think Geneva agrees with me on that. But I think deep down, they're kind of jealous of her.
Well, she lost a ton of weight, like, since season, 1. She looks really,
she's very thin.
No, she's too skinny. She is. I remember at one episode, Jax was like, he was talking to Peter, and he was like, when she just, like, lost all the weight, and he was like, didn't she have an ass? Like, and it was weird because he was talking about it, just because I was talking to my sister about it, how girls always think, like, you know, to be thinner is like, better, and guys like it, and blah, 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 but Jax was like, it's not the case at all, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Jax was like, where's her butt? Like, she used to have a butt. Yep. She used to be so hot.
Totally.
Yeah, I like a little junk in her trunk, too.
Yeah. I mean, she was, like, sexy, and now she's skinny tiny. I hope she's doing it, like, the healthy way and everything. But, because I remember when Shay, probably, because he was going through all that.
Pill popping, right?
But, yeah, he was pill popping, and then even she said like she'd try to get healthy with him. It's hard, like with the alcohol and everything that's going on there. Like I was telling my sister, like I don't feel like I drink enough. Like the show makes me feel like I need to like step up my game.
No, I think it's like it's. Yeah, do you watch Summer House?
No, oh my God. So I'm on season 5, and there's one episode where they force you
they do a crossover.
Yes. That's great.
I was not okay with that though. That was annoying.
I think what you'll that episode was annoying, but I think what you'll like if you want to check out Summer House is that it's like the same idea of like they're like 35 and they like are still getting like hammered. So it's like it's not a young show, if you will. It's like but it's still very inspirational. Like they're all a mess.
But can I tell you what I thought about? So I did let Bravo like force me into this like half an hour, 45 minutes of Summer House, like that episode that they made you. And what I felt was like either I'm like way too connected to the VPR cast already, or so these people on Summer House are like super educated professionals from New York, right?
Well, I wouldn't say super educated, but educated. Yes.
Okay.
They may be degreed.
Parents were rich, and it makes them look smart, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think they're like toolier than the VPR cast.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
Oh yes, definitely.
Like they're because
not as lovable. Yeah, not as magical.
But is Stassi not a smart woman? Like people, the analogies that she makes, like you can't be dumb and like make those analogies, and like the things that come out of her mouth. Like the other episode, she said Sheena was Sheena told Katie that her bridal shower is like costing a lot of money or something. So in Stassi's interview, Stassi goes, Sheena, were you raised by wolves in the hills of Azusa?
No, I don't think she's dumb. I don't think she's dumb at all, Stassi.
No.
And Katie's not dumb, and Ariana's smart, and Schwartz was like in med school. So as much
Schwartz
as
was
they're,
in
like,
med
school?
Oh, Schwartz was in medical school, but he didn't graduate medical school.
No,
There's like a,
he dropped
a big
out.
difference.
He dropped out.
How many
Right.
years was he
there's
in
a
there
difference.
for?
I don't know.
Wow.
I'll look into it. We'll fact check this. We'll fact check it.
I did not know
But
that.
my point is, from the summer house,
He got
45 minutes, I was like, these people are so tooly. And I don't know.
Yeah.
You can convince me to try to watch it, but I don't know if I'm gonna.
Okay, he didn't go to medical school. He was pre-med, which, you know, is kind of
his bachelor's degree was pre-med?
Yes.
Well, same.
Oh, okay. Maybe he was supposed
So I was
to
gonna
go.
say if he got into medical school, I would have been shocked. So pre-med, listen, I work in higher ed, and I see a lot of people who are pre-med, but they don't leave pre-med. If that makes sense, they start off, but they don't finish.
Yeah. But you get my point. Like, aside from maybe Jax and Kristen, like most of them are like pretty intelligent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, but Katie starts to rub you the wrong way because she shoves it down your throat. But
oh, she does.
Well, she just gets bossy towards the end. You'll see. Maybe you'll still love her because you guys are.
We gotta check in with you after you're live and see what you think.
The Vanderpump Rules really had a magical thing going because they were all tight knit friends. Summer House still is a little casted, so it's harder for them to like get the ball rolling.
That's so funny that you say that. You know why it's so funny you say that? Because on Twitter this week, I
loved it. Yeah, I saw that.
Wait, did you see what Jax tweeted?
Yeah, and get into a fight with Captain Lee. I love it. I live for that.
Oh yeah, he got into a fight. What is that show called?
Below
Deck. Also great. Below Deck is phenomenal.
Oh my God, you girls have like, you're doing so much better than I am. I'm like trying to keep up.
We're a Bravo obsessed people. I'm telling you, we got issues.
There's not a show on Bravo that I have not at least attempted to watch.
Well, no, I have issues with Captain Lee, but most people love him. But I was like rooting for Jax hardcore because Captain Lee's a grown ass man fighting with Jax on Twitter. It just seems ridiculous.
That's so funny.
I do.
Crazy.
But he's actually right because he's saying like we are actually friends, and you know, so.
Oh no, it's a very valid point. I just like Stassi, Kyle and Stassi's hot tub scene where he's like hitting on her, I think, and
he's like wasted, and she's wearing that
you
turtleneck.
Look like Steve Jobs. Yeah, he told her she looks like Steve Jobs.
See that guy Kyle's hilarious.
You'll love
drunk.
Kyle.
Like,
you will love Kyle.
Yeah, he continues to bring it.
It's funny because like she was like into it. She was gonna like make out that night. You know, she was like, if he said the right thing,
she would have been down.
She would have been down. And then he told her she looked like Steve Jobs. And then he told her he told her her nipple is showing, and he liked it. And she was like, okay, you're done. And I love her like bluntness about that. You know, she was just like, listen, no.
Yeah, depending on my mood, I'd be like, I would either laugh really hard or I want to kill somebody. I love Kyle is so funny that I find that so endearing. But yeah, it's so screwed up. Yeah, it's so screwed up. He's a nut job, and he's such a drunk, and he falls asleep drunk, and he eats drunk. And
I saw him. Right, that's funny you say that because in this episode, after like literally, I think he forgot about like what had just happened and just went and ate chips with his eyes like closed. And I put it up. I put it up in my story, and I was just like, who? Like we've been there, you know, drunk, just like munching on chips, like shoving them down our throat.
This latest episode, he like took a snack with him into the pantry, like wasted, pounding it, and fell asleep in the pantry, like with the food. Good.
But he's super fit. How's he eating all those chips?
Yeah,
I don't know.
He has a blessed life. He really does.
Right.
No, but that Hamptons house really, like, I was like, no, like, when am I, like, I just need to, like, have a Hamptons house.
Right.
Right.
It's a life.
I went to the Hamptons
last
my summer. Oh, yeah, the Hamptons is beautiful. Okay, are there other reality shows that you're obsessed with?
Well, it's hard to say obsessed right now because, you know, my number one, and I don't want to, you know, but obviously I'm a huge Kardashians fan, and I'm waiting for Sunday and the trailer.
And so when you say fan, do you hate watch it or like you literally love them?
it's so weird because I'm such a oh my God, in Hebrew there's a word that's like I'm a total person. You know what I mean? I'm like so like I don't even hate anyone on VPR. I don't actually hate anyone, not even James.
Oh,
so
God, you're
on the
so much better than us.
You are a total
You're
person.
like so nice.
But that's weird. I don't think people would describe me that way, but I genuinely don't. But
Okay.
Kardashians are the same way. Like I don't hate them. I actually, well, Kourtney's my favorite.
Okay.
I don't hate
People
them.
that
I guess
follow
I'm
me know
just got sick of it or something, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Kourtney's
sick of them?
Well, we were
Kourtney's your number one.
people. Yeah. We've given it a break. I told Geneva before I might start watching it again, but we'll get into that.
You have to.
Let's hear I want to hear your breakdown. I can't. So Kourtney's number one. Oh my God. Okay.
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because A, she dresses the best, like the way I would prefer to dress. You know what I mean? Like if you
I do
look
like
at
it.
Kim
Yeah.
and Chloe, you're not gonna wear what they wear. They dress ridiculous.
And her body
You're not
is
gonna wear
like
what
nice
Kylie.
and normal and cute. Yeah.
Her body's nice and normal, and you could tell, like, when she wears a bikini, you could tell she had a baby. You know, if you zoom and look really closely, like I do, you're like, oh, she didn't fix her belly button, like whatever. She doesn't look like a mutant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
She
I'm
looks
happy about
smoking
that.
hot. Yeah. If I looked like that, holy shit. Oh my God.
Oh, at 40? Oh my God.
3 kids popping out of the vagina, pulling the baby out yourself. I mean, she's a freaking nature.
So if you get what I mean, there's something, I'm not going to say down to earth because you'll laugh, but there's something more
than the other ones.
normal about her, more than the other
and I don't even think she watches TV. Like, so she definitely is
doesn't.
more.
So that's alien,
present.
but you know.
And I think most of her friends are like not celebrity friends. You know what I mean? Like I think she's the most, and like I don't know if you guys watched the last season or you were like hating, but
we took a break. We did take a break.
The problem is like, even if you don't watch it, you know what's happening. That's like the power. Unfortunately, it's like
it also takes them 12 episodes to get to like one piece of drama, you know,
yes,
which like
totally.
Because like now the trailer came out for the new season.
I saw,
and the whole trailer was the Jordan and Tristan cheating.
Yep.
Which I promise you both that's going to be on the final episode with the to be continued. Like we won't even see it. So that's the annoying part. That's the part that I can say that's kind of fucked up, because what would the trailer be if this didn't happen? And now you made the whole trailer just that. So that's like
and I think that also makes it, I don't think that shit was staged, but it also makes it very suspicious just with the timing for people who always like to say that the shows, I mean, it definitely is like they film stuff that they know is going to happen. You know, like I think parts of it are scripted, but like that, the timing of that is very odd, you know?
The timing of it is odd, but also let's put that aside and say that we're trying to like be trusting that it's not. For them to use this as something who like killed Chloe, right?
Chris is salivating behind the scenes. Yeah,
I know.
Right, and like still to use it to this extent. I'm not saying okay, this happened. Show it on the last episode. It's part of their lives. You got to show it. But this is kind of like using and abusing it, which like I can understand why people are like,
and I think that's why then people are like, that the Kardashians like will like essentially exploit anything, but then at the same time they're asking to like be like it's a private matter, you know, and it's like no, but you're literally you know what I mean? So, like, there's a duality of like how they deal with things that makes it kind of hard to like.
No, right. That's very true, because I think that they use the stuff that happens the most like manipulatively, you know, like
100%.
this, like we're gonna watch, like I know. Like episode 1 through 10 of the new season, it's gonna be like, Chloe, like, what'd you do today? Kourtney, let's work out. Like, it's gonna be boring.
Totally.
And
eating
then
the salads, drinking the green tea.
But if I knew it was all genuine, that's not boring to me, because they're so fascinating that if it was all real, like I could watch them eat the salads. That, to me, they are so fascinating. I just don't want to be lied to.
Like you feel like it's too staged and you're not in.
Yeah. I just want to watch. Yeah.
I guess like my issue with reality shows in general is when it starts to feel fake, is when I'm like, even though I know it's probably been fake the whole time,
Right.
it's like when it's evident to me, like when you see them filming in a car and it's like all blacked out around them because like they're filming this later and it's like they're not even driving, like stuff like that bothers me.
Oh my God,
I'm like,
I never paid attention to those things.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Oh my
ruining
God.
it.
No,
Yes.
but do you remember like the hills was like, I remember the big
Heartbreaking,
Yes.
heartbreaking.
Totally.
do you guys remember the final
Oh,
episode?
yeah.
How like it was like, oh my God. And by the way, I just
exactly.
saw, like, I know I'm a little late, but it's coming back. And I
Yeah,
need
I
to like
know.
do a little bit more research on that. Like it's coming
Yeah,
back.
I wonder. It's probably going to be terrible, but it's going to be kind of
Misha
sad. I feel like to
Barton.
see all
Because
these
it's like-
people like.
Yeah.
Misha Barton!
Yeah, you know.
Yes,
so
I
weird.
saw. Yeah, I saw.
So
And
weird.
also, well, because like Whitney was super cute, but she's not like charismatic at all.
No.
And
No.
Audrina,
Justine
again,
hates
maybe a
her
nice
too.
girl.
Right. Dead
But
behind the eyes.
No
yeah.
spice to her
Right.
life.
Yeah.
So like what is gonna that's the thing I don't understand. It's like I was talking to my sister about it, I think on the podcast or on something. Just that like when you have like influencers or people that are famous because of reality shows, I have no problem. I'm the first one to follow you. I'm the first one to say to be obsessed with you and watch you and whatever. But you have to give me characters that like are giving me something.
Right.
You know?
100%.
Like a Jack.
Be
Yes.
interesting,
Yeah.
be funny. Exactly.
Yep.
Be interesting, be funny, be stupid, be Kyle, you're saying he's like a crazy drunk, whatever. Audrina,
Yeah.
like what are you giving me in life, you know?
Or she's
Totally.
not going to tell us
uh,
the truth about it would be interesting if we knew about the ex-husband and that whole shtick, but it's
Yeah,
sad,
yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah.
Heidi and Spencer,
Well,
at
he
least
was super hot.
they will bring something. They're always
Heidi and Spencer.
they're always down
yeah.
for something. So
I think
Nut
I
jobs
heard
with the crystals.
I don't actually follow them, but I think from people that follow him and her, they're supposedly really cute and have a really cute
Yeah,
like
Justine
kid.
says they seem like very happy
think
from her
I
following.
just can't believe they're still together. And
I can't either.
Heidi,
Shocking.
Heidi is a great mom. I'm happy for this baby because it seems like Heidi's 100% into it. But Geneva and I talked about how they hired this smoking hot nanny and how we
The
would
nanny
just never
literally
do that. It's crazy.
Oh my
It
God,
looks like-
really?
Oh my God, she's
Oh,
gorgeous.
I think I saw that. Oh my God, I think I was stalking and I saw that. And they like
Yes.
post her and she's like part of their
Yes.
lives, right?
And she's
Oh,
like
I
in a
think I saw
bikini
this.
holding the baby, like, I took him to the beach. It's like, what the hell? It's crazy.
That is weird. Do you guys remember when Heidi got the plastic surgery and it was like before the epidemic
Oh
of
my
plastic
God.
surgery?
And then the surgeon
Like her
died on the
mom.
side of the road in Malibu and she still needed things fixed. Oh my
Oh my
God.
God. And the mom, and she
Terrible.
went to her mom in like Denver,
Yes.
or like whatever
Yes.
town she's from,
Yes.
and the mom is like a hiker, like she's totally like a normal,
Yeah, like
down to earth woman.
Granola, yes.
Granola,
My
Yes.
heart
exactly.
was breaking for that mother.
No,
Oh,
I know,
that
and
was
I think
terrible.
Heidi actually, I think I just saw her in an interview talk about that as being the hardest moment like ever.
She's come
and I
around though,
just
I think.
wonder, like,
Yeah.
but you know what? We did. My sister and I also talked about the plastic surgery thing, just because I don't know if you guys saw.
I heard it on your podcast a little bit.
So Cassie from The Bachelor, who won, but is
Yes.
actually just like
Yes.
dating Colton, like a 17-year-old.
Yes.
I thought she was a natural beauty mermaid, and she's actually like all done. All done.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes,
Interesting.
go after we do this pod. Look
Yeah.
her up on YouTube. She was on a
Okay.
show called The Younger Once or Young Once, which is also
Oh, I heard this,
super
that like it was like a
interesting.
Christian dating show or something.
Oh, I don't know. Is that how they're categorizing it? I don't know.
Supposedly she was, I saw somewhere that she was like on a Christian like love show or something about
might have
like
been-
balancing
it was-
religion.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Yeah.
She was on it. It was bad. I just watched it to see her
Okay.
face. And let me just tell you that when they
Totally
showed
different?
her, I had to make sure that it said like Cassie Randolph to believe that was her.
Wow.
Wow.
Looking now. Holy
So-
guacamole.
You're seeing it? I
You're
gotta
seeing
look
it?
Yeah, she was a pretty girl, but
Oh
she
my
doesn't
God.
look like the same person.
No, she's right. That's what I'm saying. She's a pretty 23-year-old. Like, what the shit?
Almost
I'm
Why
so
are you getting
over
Wow.
it.
How do you transform your face like that? What happened?
So apparently, one of my followers told me it's called the liquid facelift, and or like the rich girl face something, and it's basically like all done with like fillers. Like you fill your
Oh
cheek,
God.
you fill your this, the nose you can also like fill, And I'm just over. I felt duped. I literally was
Yeah.
like, I couldn't sleep. Like I was
Wow,
just like,
she
I
does
thought
look totally different.
Wow.
it's crazy.
Not that she wasn't pretty.
Right.
Wow,
Not that
crazy.
she exactly, and that's the point. Like that's not the point. But the point is,
Yeah.
she was a pretty girl, and
Right.
like
It's sad
get it.
living in that Southern
Crazy.
California
So
society pressure to do that.
yeah, it'll get to you. So that brings us to, so we don't watch The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, but our like good friends have a podcast, Two Black Girls, One Rose, and we join them. They talk all Bachelor, Bachelorette. So we watched a little bit of the season. Do you watch every season or do you come in and out of The Bachelor and Bachelorette?
No, I watch Paradise, I watch Winter Games, I watch.
Oh, you do it all.
I
So
do it all, babe.
what did you think about Colton as The Bachelor?
So I wasn't hating, as you girls are getting to know.
God,
I
you're
wasn't
so
hating.
nice.
No, I wasn't hating.
He does look like a new face though
would-
after he's lost his virginity. He looks happy as a clam, doesn't he?
No, you guys
think
don't
they had
know.
Oh, they
sex?
definitely had
He's so
sex.
in
Oh,
love. He is so in love, and his heart is gonna get broken so bad that like I
I
just
think
feel
so,
so
too.
bad for him. Because okay, whatever, he's a baby face, he's a this, he's a that, whatever people were saying about him. I believe him that he wants to get married, have a family.
Oh, no,
whatever
me
the
too.
fuck people come on The
would say
Bachelor
that.
for.
Yes.
And what
Yep.
pissed me off about this season are these 23-year-old girls who
Same.
are not.
Well, so the new
ready.
Bachelorette is that Hannah B chick who's 23, right?
Who's
She's gonna be
23.
Oh my
And
God.
let me tell you, when they introduced her, you know, they do it
Yeah.
on like the live thing with Chris Harrison. Like, I didn't even know you guys were talking about like scripted, not scripted. Like, she needs to be scripted. It was just like, she didn't know what to say. She didn't know. It was like, yeah, cool. It was
How do
freaking
they pick these
cringy.
people to be the Bachelorette?
That's a thing. I think they do like interviews because Mike Flight.
They have to.
I think Tayshia was in the running.
Yeah, I liked her.
Yeah, I liked her too. She would have been so
She
much
would have been
better.
fun to watch.
I just think like 23 is far too young for it to seem real that you're trying to get married. Like I know
But
she's
you're-
from the South, but 23, like come
Like,
on.
not only are you trying to get married, you're making this as like your option. Like, let's be honest.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, I'm watching a show now, which is funny that I also have time for Israeli reality TV.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
How's Israeli reality TV?
So
Is it
good because I'll tell you why. It's real, A.
Yep.
And B, like they have a show called Married at First Sight. Do they have that here?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Yes.
Okay. So they bring on 30, 35-year-olds who've really searched for it and haven't found it, you know, because it's
Mhm.
hard. It's harder at that
Right.
age. It's harder, you know, when you already
Totally.
have your group of friends, when you already work at the place you work, you know, whatever. It's not hard for freaking Hannah G, who's an Insta
Yeah,
model, okay?
right,
She
right.
doesn't need the freaking show to find a dude.
No.
You can go to the grocery
And then she
store and
goes
find a
and-
date.
Exactly. She could go downstairs or whatever. So that's what pisses me off. Like and it's also, it's probably like a culture thing, right? Like people want to see hot 23-year-olds, so that's what they put on. But
Right.
it's just like, it pisses me off more than the plastic surgery for Cassie. Like, you girls didn't see the whole season, but basically he was so in love with her that he told her
Oh, and-
before.
Yes, and she like wasn't into it. She was totally
She
playing.
wasn't. She was not into it at all. She wanted to go home.
Right.
She's like, I'm not, like, no. Like, you have people that
Right.
want you, like I don't. And he forced her. It was creepy. And he was like, no, I'm gonna fight for us. And it's like, what are you fighting for? She doesn't want
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
And
it was pathetic.
basically he was like, listen, don't care about the show, don't care about the other girls, just you. We'll just date. It'll be fine. My parents are here. Come meet them. You have no option. That's what it felt like.
Yes,
So-
totally.
And then they're dating, and then of course she's super happy when they go on Jimmy Kimmel,
Yeah, right.
you know, Conan O'Brien,
Yep.
Good Morning America.
People magazine.
She's shining. She's
Yep.
she's ear to ear happy. So everyone's like, oh wow, she's so in love. She probably fell in love with him. Like, no, she's so
Right.
happy because she's getting, you know, 1.5 million, you know, Instagram followers. And you want to hear
Mhm.
the most annoying thing that I got so pissed about this week is that Colton moved to California for her. Okay, he's from Denver.
Oh, God.
Okay, she still
Yep.
lived with her parents, which is like fine. She's 23, and now she moved out, but with her sister. Not.
Oh
with
my God. So
Colton.
they're not even living together?
No.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
That's great.
She won't even live with him. And like it's funny, but it's also like, is this a joke? Like whatever perks they got from the bat, they shouldn't be given. Like you need to follow the show.
Well, you have to have at least some kind of fucking commitment, I feel like, to be legitimate as a couple. Like just because you're dating, like there's all these Bachelor in Paradise couples that are dating. They don't get touted on every show. Like it's not the same.
No, it's not okay. Like, and
he's just plowing through.
I'm trying to keep up for everyone, but also for me. So I'll go to her stories. Like, first of all, she moved into the building that Kaylin lives in. You know, Kaylin was one of the contestants.
Wow,
that's the beauty
crazy.
queen.
That's crazy.
Yep.
So she lives in her building, and
she walks by. She's like, "Hey, loser."
Yeah.
No, so there was a story she put up this week. She was like, she put up the story. Okay, you guys, listen to this. She puts up a story, Cassie, that she picks up a sock and she's like, "Ew, Colton left his sock on the floor. Like, what is he doing?" She's holding a sock as if I was like, I literally wanted to, like, I was like, "Are you 3?
Yeah.
Like your boyfriend's sock? Like, have sex with it, lick it, eat it.
Yeah.
It's your boyfriend. You know what I mean? What are you doing?
Try being married until your husband everywhere.
Yeah.
And then, come on.
I just feel like that's like
that's like inside out to wash it. I hate that more than anything in the whole world.
No,
She's too young.
I got very good. She's too young and she's beautiful and she wants to be free and she wants to like live her life. And if she's just moving in with her sister now, that's a year lease. Like, keep on dreaming that you're like gonna nail her down.
God.
And where's Colton?
She doesn't want that.
Yeah, I wonder where he lives.
He moved to California for her, but I wonder if she even cared about moving close to him.
Right.
No, but that's sad. I mean, you come in.
Yeah, he's in Santa Barbara. That'd be funny. He's a little 2 hours north. Okay, so what are your like top favorite celebs that you love? Like 3.
Oh, favorite celebs.
They don't have to be reality TV. They can be anybody.
I don't know. Give me yours, and then I'll think about mine.
Oh, that's hard.
Tables are turned.
I mean, number one, obviously, I'm like the biggest Beyonce fan ever, so Beyonce is my number one always.
Okay, Beyonce.
I will go to every concert. I just love Beyonce.
Okay.
She would be number one. I really love Chrissy Teigen. I think her content's hilarious. I love that I love cooking, so like her food's amazing. So she would be number 2.
Oh, nice.
Number 3. I don't know. Number 3 is hard. Justine, who are yours?
Since I only have our
hers are going to be bizarre.
Instagram. I know it would be crazy. It's not real though. She doesn't have a thing. It's all Bravo people now, but I can think of the top celebs that I'm obsessed with right now. The Jonas Brothers and their wives. I watched that sucker music video this morning in the car because I'm a loser. I'm obsessed with them. I feel like those girls make me like the Jonas Brothers just because they're married to him.
Wait, so you're because people are giving hate to like the Nick and Priyanka relationship.
Oh, are they? Oh my God, this is the one thing we don't shade them. We love.
I'm okay with them.
Oh, really? That's so funny. No, because people think it's like super like kind of stagedy. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I think that Sophia and Joe are like way cooler than them.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yes, I would
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, she makes them cooler. I think. I mean, not that Priyanka's not cool, but I think
she's more of like a woman, you know.
Yeah,
like, I feel
she's
like
a lady. Yeah.
And
I remember when I was younger, I thought Nick was so hot, and I was older than him, right? Because when they came out, Nick was like what, 15?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, is this wrong?
Oh, it's funny.
I love the old school. I guess I follow. Yeah, I like that girl who does this thing on E. She was on that Rich Kids Beverly Hills. She does reality check.
Oh,
or
you
something.
like her, Morgan Stewart?
I like her little skit she does on Instagram real fast where she talks about people.
Morgan Stewart.
Yeah, Morgan Stewart. Yep. I like her.
Oh, okay. She pops up on my like Explorer. Do you guys like Busy Phillips? Did you watch her late night show.
You know, I like her, but I have not watched her show. Have you?
I tried. It was cringy. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
what
her,
I thought
but
was gonna
yeah.
happen.
The thing is, like, you know what I support? I think it's great. Like, I mean, not that she's not known and we don't know her from like Dawson's Creek and stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, Dawson's Creek.
Dawson.
Dawson's Creek, yes.
It sounded weird to me all of a sudden. But she got this show, I think, from what I understood, because she was so good at Insta stories, and people really connected to like she'll do like the talk to the camera Insta stories.
Yeah.
When she's
Yeah.
like, "Hey guys, like guys,
Mhm.
guys, blah blah blah," which I hate. I don't like it when people do that. I try to not do it. I
I
may have
like
done it,
some
but I
people.
really try to not.
It depends on the person. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
just
it's
for some
talent.
reason. Yeah, too many people do like. I think they give too many people shots with late night TV that like don't need to be on late night TV, and I think she's
Right.
one of them.
Yeah.
Like,
So I mean, I
just-
think it's nice she got a shot from. I think it's from the Instagram, which like to me as an Instagram person gives like hope and is nice and is whatever. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it's when you watch it, like I wanted to like it because I'm like, good for you. Like, you know, she was kind of like not in the, you know, spotlight, and then Instagram sort of gave her this other platform, and then she's getting this. So yeah, not the best.
Okay,
Not the
and
best.
who
I liked it when
who would be like your?
I liked
Oh yeah,
when she
go. What were
genuinely
you
was
gonna say?
so excited to get that Kim Kardashian heart, and she smashed it on the thing.
Oh yeah,
That thrilled me. I thought that was adorable. But
Oh, she was.
yeah, she was like really genuinely
Yeah.
happy to get it, which I would be. And see, like, yeah, if I ever saw Kim Kardashian, I would be peeing my pants. So who am I to talk shit? But she got the heart.
No, yeah, it's
and
nice
so-
to see like celebs when they're like excited about
Yeah,
other celebs. Like this
Kim
this week.
Kardashian was in a club when she was dating Reggie Bush, and he played in San Diego, and we were there. And this was like vintage, right? So whenever they were dating, she had so much makeup on from like 10 feet away. You could like, you know, like that weird club lighting. Like it literally looked like she had a mask on. That was like,
Oh my God.
but she
Wait,
was so
did
tiny.
she
so
have
small.
the butt then? Did she have the butt then?
Oh yeah, she had a huge ass, but she was just tiny.
Yeah, I remember asking you, like, what size clothes is
So-
she, Jenny?
I know, right?
Like how did she like that's such a good question. Like how do they is everything gotta be tailored with
Everything
that weight?
has to be
Especially for
custom,
Chloe's
right?
ass.
It has to. Yeah. Definitely.
Especially, but not even. I was just telling this story on my podcast because I put it up because I follow Kourtney a lot because she is like one of my faves. It comes up for me sometimes like pages like Kourtney's outfits, you know. So I'm like, okay, I'll look. So then like they'll tag like what she's wearing. So she was wearing this like, which like again is why I like her because she'll wear like a t-shirt and like pants and
Right.
whatever. So she was wearing supposedly these Dickies. Okay.
I saw your thing.
I was like,
about that. That
Dickies?
was cute.
So I literally ordered the Dickies and I was like, okay, can't wait to look like Kourtney Kardashian. And then lo and behold, oh my God, let me tell you, they did not look like, I don't know how you take, because tailoring is like, okay, let's say you taper the bottom, but like the zipper, the distance between the beginning of the zipper and the end of the zipper was like a fingernail. Like, and on her, they're like high waisted. I was like, no, this can't be. It was so bad.
I think she's
was
like
so
extremely petite. Yeah.
Small. Yeah, that could.
I mean,
also
like
be a
you
reason.
could be
I
tiny
love-
too. I'm not saying that in any way. I think she's like, I
I'm
think
so
she's
tiny.
like,
I'm so
like
tiny.
95 pounds and like, right?
Oh yeah, she's under 100 pounds.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you think she's under? No,
Yeah.
you think? No, because
Yes.
I think you could pick her
I
up
think so.
like a server at TGI Fridays with the fajitas plate, and she's weighs about the same.
she's a hottie.
Yeah, she is really pretty.
She's a
if I
hottie.
was,
Who's like
And
your
I love.
style icon if you had to pick one person? Would it be
So
Kourtney?
lately, well, I love Kourtney, and I love the way she dresses. Lately, Hailey Bieber is on.
I love how you say
I feel
Hailey
like her
Bieber.
style-
Good for you.
I'm
I
respecting.
thought it took me a second to figure out who she was, but that is her name.
That is her name. It's
She is
Insta official,
adorable.
and if it's Insta
Yeah.
official,
She's
she
gorgeous.
dresses like a stylist is probably picking an outfit out every day, but like, oh my God, I feel like everything's so cool. It's like
Yeah.
not it's very like chic in a way that like you're like, I could wear that, but you're like, no, I can't.
Yes, like effortlessly cool. She wears shit that like you would never pull.
And like I was talking to my sister about it. I was just saying like it feels to me, which is so funny because like we don't know her, right? But it feels to me like she's a positive person and that she's like a good influence on JB.
He needs it, so I think that he needs.
It's
all
interesting, yeah.
I feel
married,
bad.
right?
He came out with a thing that he was so depressed, and I feel bad for him. Because imagine, living the life that he lived, and like,
well, child fame, it never ceases to ruin people. Like it's really hard to get out of being famous young and be
music
normal.
is our hits too. I put them on and I'm just jamming out. I'm like a 12-year-old.
I love his music, but let me tell you, I went to see his concert, I guess when he was in a deep depression, and it was not good.
He's crying.
It was not
baby,
good.
baby.
He was crying. He was. I'm not kidding. He was laying in Madison Square Garden. He was depressed. I was like ready to dance. I had the sorry dance all like ready.
Oh my God.
It was
hilarious.
It was not.
I want my money back.
He was. I did. No,
go pop an antidepressant. Let's get out of here, JB. Jeez.
Well, I hope that he's taking care of himself and,
hopefully he's
taking whatever he needs to take.
People.
Well, they go to that church. They should go to Kim and Kanye's new church.
They should go to his backyard.
Have you guys seen that?
Oh, yeah, we have. I'm going to start on that cult.
What do you think about that?
I love that. I mean, it's hysterical. It's so funny. They're wearing Yeezy. Like, it's like
they're all dressed the same. It honestly, like, I don't know if anybody, I don't think because Justine refuses to watch anything I ever tell her on Netflix. But on Netflix, there's a show about this cult in Oregon.
Oh, wild
country.
Oh my God, it's that. It's that.
It's like it's the foundation of that cult. They're starting.
Yes, they're starting, which isn't that surprising, right? I mean, Kanye thinks he's God. It's like not far fetched.
And Priyanka is gonna be that lady, I guess, in a movie.
What's her name? Sheila.
Rumor, Sheila. Yeah, that's the rumor. I heard her say it.
That was one of the craziest stories ever. Like that documentary, I didn't even know it happened. I like literally, because my dad lived in Washington at the time. I'm like, Dad, you remember this? He's like, oh yeah, these people are fucking nuts. I was like, okay.
That's crazy. No, I started it, but I didn't follow.
Oh, when did your dad live in Washington?
Is there anything on Netflix that like you love that you've loved?
Oh my
recently
God,
that you would recommend?
yes. Okay. I don't know if it's recent, but whoever hasn't watched it needs to watch it. Is the American Crime Story Versace?
Oh, I've been meaning to watch it. Did you watch it, Geneva?
Listen, still think about it. Like that's when you know a show is good. Like
the guy from Glee. What's his name? He was amazing.
Yeah.
Darren Criss.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was very good.
Amazing. My husband watched it with me. Obviously he doesn't watch all the trash with me, but he'll watch like real television with me.
Yeah.
So he was saying the whole show, he's like, if I see him on the street, like the actor, I'd be like afraid. Like he's that good.
No, he was really good. I was going to ask if your husband doesn't watch any of the shows with you.
God, no.
Okay.
No.
My husband literally will be like pissed if I watch something without him. He'll be like, "You watched it without me? Like what?"
Oh my God, really?
Sweetest. Geneva hit the jackpot for sure. He even
which
tagged
I think that's why you have more time, to watch things because I have to do it on my alone time.
No, if I had to sneak it, it would be so much harder.
I know, and I have 2 kids. I watch this stuff when I'm driving to work.
Yeah, she's really safe.
That sounds dangerous.
But it's worth it for the podcast. Do you follow Cardi? No, I gotta ask Geneva real fast, but you two, do you watch Cardi B on Instagram, Amanda?
Of course.
No.
Oh, that's my
right. Okay, you need to get on the Cardi B Instagram world.
Really? Is it?
You do.
So
yes.
I just realized hers?
Yes. She actually
came
trademarked
up with that, but I thought it was the Kardashians.
No, so Cardi B has been really famous on Instagram, or like notorious on Instagram for a long time because she, back when she was a stripper, like she was still putting up Instagram stuff all the time. And so, yeah, she actually trademarked it.
She trademarked the okr, and the Kardashians were saying it, and I thought it was the Kardashians.
Is that crazy?
Yeah. No, Cardi B, honestly, like, if you ever want a good laugh, go back and watch old Cardi B Instagram videos. They're, like, hilarious. They're so good.
Okay.
Yes.
I will. And you guys like her. You're like into
Oh,
her.
yes. Now,
yes.
But she has somebody that she was really close friends with. Do you know this Star Brim girl that just got out of jail, Geneva? This might be too deep. I didn't know if you knew why she's in jail. I'm trying to figure it out, but I guess I could Google it. But I follow her, and she's like in her sweatsuits in the jail, and she looks really cute, and she's modeling and stuff. And she just got out, so I was really excited for her. But I don't know what she did or something. I think it might have been something with money.
You're excited for her, no matter what she did.
She needs to be on Love After Lockup.
Right. Oh, speaking of Amanda, have you watched Love After Lockup?
No.
Oh my God, watch that with your husband.
Okay.
Wait, is it Bravo? He might be into it because if it combines like jail and like criminal activity and like love, then maybe he'll watch it with me.
So it's on We TV, the glorious high class network. And if you're literally like, if we were to leave you with one recommendation, it would be Love After Lockup. We started watching it this season. A lot of people hit us up and we're like, you guys need to talk about this on the pod.
Wait,
and
so how do they meet? How do they meet in jail?
They meet on like jail, an inmate like websites, and like like while the other person is incarcerated, they're like communicating and like find each other. So these are like people who like want to date somebody in jail. And then the whole show is like, as soon as they get out, it's like follows their relationship. It's not scripted. It's like, it's so good. You gotta watch it.
Oh my God. I need to look into that. That sounds crazy.
It's nuts. And it was thoroughly entertaining.
It's
like these people are pure comedy.
You'll die.
And where do you watch it?
We watched it live, but it's on Wii, so it'll probably, I assume they have an on demand. I don't know where the season might be on Hulu too, like season 1.
Wait, have you seen the first few episodes of Housewives of New York City?
Oh, of course. Love.
And but like wasn't that like a snooze fest though? Kind of like the first episode. Like it was all about like a clam bake, like 3 episodes.
But Ramona stealing the lobsters and everything, so exhilarating. I don't know. I live for her.
Oh my.
I think we can watch them do anything. Those ladies are like just so entertaining.
No, I love them.
It wasn't as funny when
No, definitely not.
I mean, I trust them that it'll get, like
it'll
I have
pick up.
faith. It'll pick up. But when Ramona went on the date and she was like, and he said he speaks like so many languages, and she's like, I speak English, and that even sometimes not so well.
So good. Yeah, when he was like, can I tell you my life philosophy? She's like, no, and he just like kept going.
But she looks good. Like whatever she's getting done is working. You know what I mean?
All of that.
That's like
they're getting the right
Kris
kind
Jenner,
of work done. Yeah,
they're getting. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not fair to say this, right? But maybe it is. But like when ladies that are getting into their 50s and 60s want to get a little touch here and there, that makes more sense to me than like Cassie, who's 23.
Oh,
absolutely.
Her parents failed.
Ridiculous.
She's that. Doing that at 23.
You fuck your face up to the point of like you're never gonna look. It's like Kim Zolciak's daughter. She's ruined her face already.
That's so.
They're gonna drip to the floor.
That is
so
creepy looking.
And
but
she's
even
21
Lala too from like Vanderpump Rules. It's like she was so pretty for a season.
Yep.
And it's like, why, girl? Why? And you're like, don't they see? Can't you look like when you look at pictures of yourself, you're like, what? I was hot here. Like I look better now. Or, like I look great then. Right. Don't they?
They like
Morphia. Yeah,
I don't know.
Heidi,
it's weird.
Heidi. I mean, look what she did.
You're right.
It's really sad. I just real fast back to the Kardashians. I need the rest of the top list. Number 1's Kourtney.
You need the rest. Okay, so Kourtney is number 1, and then I would say Khloe, and then I would say Kim, and then I would do Kendall, and lastly Kylie. Because I think
it's so funny. I was thinking that too, Geneva. Oh my God.
Yeah, I love Scott. Oh my God. First of all, I love Scott. Except like we give him a lot of slack if you girls think about it.
Oh,
like,
yeah. 100%.
Like he was
He's
a
a nightmare.
huge dick to Kourtney and like cheated gazillion.
always a nightmare, but
figure,
it's
like a
hilarious.
love
And he
story.
redeems himself.
Yes.
He's got
I
that
know.
super
I think
charm.
in this season, no, he's a hot one. And like, I don't know what's happening with him and Sophia, but like, I don't know. I'm not
Yeah,
into
it's
I am more
Yeah.
attracted to him now. I wasn't before in previous years, but he has gotten so much more handsome.
No, isn't it unfair that guys can get like so much hotter
know,
with
it's
age?
such bullshit.
Like
Yeah.
the first seasons, he like had no facial hair. His ears were like looking kind of like big in proportion to his face. Like it
Yes.
wasn't
He was like
complete.
super skinny.
Yeah, he
he
looked
didn't
like
have that
douchey.
scruff.
He didn't look
looked
good. Yeah, his
douchey.
face looked different
And
too.
lo-
Maybe he's had some work done and it was done right.
Maybe he got something. I won't forget when Chris got her ears done. I think it was
Oh,
last
yeah.
season because she has
I
like
did see
big,
that. That's funny.
big. What are they called?
Lobes, right? Was
What's
it?
it called? Lobes, big lobes. Yeah. And she looks at Scott and she's like, "You kind of have big lobes too. Like you should think about that." Which you can only imagine why everyone there is like so done up. She's probably like, Kylie,
Right.
like you should look like Kim. And then, Kylie's my least favorite because like again, nothing redeemable about her. Does she interest me? Is she funny? Is she smart? Is she like, what is she giving
Yeah.
us in life?
It's so
Like,
sad. I've really
nothing.
become a Kylie lover.
Oh, you
I've turned
did?
over
Oh,
the cord. I don't
what?
know why. I used to.
Why?
Amanda, what you'll learn is that
just
Justine has bizarre
I envy
opinions.
I envy her empire, even though it might not be hers. I envy that she
Self-made, it's
I
self-made.
respect that she was pregnant and
Self-made.
kept it quiet. She seems. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't love
I
her. I
can
mean,
see that.
she is what she is. I just don't. I mean, I don't hate any of them. I just want it to be real. And I love Kris Jenner. I would watch Kris Jenner and Scott do a real estate show together.
Yeah, no, Kris Jenner that's a good idea. Bring it to
Yes.
Ryan.
That would be. Oh,
Bring
yeah.
it to Ryan Seacrest. No, she's so
I was thinking Ryan
funny.
Murphy. Let's make
There
it
are
dark.
videos of her. There are videos of her drunk that are like gold.
Oh, hilarious. Yeah, those are pure.
Hilarious. Like when she goes like wine tasting with them, she gets like super
She's
drunk.
so great.
Like she's just like a good time. She seems like a positive person. She's a savvy businesswoman. Like she has a lot of redeemable qualities.
Yeah,
I
I
think. And Chloe is
Yeah.
like a sweet, good person. They each have like their own. I don't know what Kim has.
Kim is
not sure about it.
interesting because she seems smart, but she's just pretty, I guess, and I fascinate just to look at them all. I guess that's half of it.
Yeah, but I think that it's known that like she's the least fun
Right.
one out of like at least Kourtney and Chloe. They're like funny.
She has no
than her.
personality.
Which gives her
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah, no.
She doesn't.
I used to love Chloe, but she
Yeah.
really lost me with this whole Tristan thing. Like I just find her response to both like Lamar and Tristan really like sadly pathetic, and it's really made me
What
like.
do you mean, like her public response?
Just like the
Right.
fact that she like with Lamar, she like wrote out a situation where she knew like he was doing drugs and cheating on her, and she like wrote it out, and then like essentially got into another bad situation with Tristan where he publicly cheated on her and she like stood by him, and then even after the Jordan shit, she went in on Jordan and not him
Yeah,
publicly.
that wasn't okay. That wasn't
Yeah.
okay at all.
And so like it just like it's like she is, and then she tries to pretend like she's a strong woman. I'm like, no, like you're literally staying in these
Yeah.
terrible relationships and like
Yeah.
making it like you're better because it's like it's my family. It's like, no, this is terrible. Like
You're right.
what's
No, you're
happening,
100%.
yeah.
Like when that was going down, like it was of interest to me, obviously, to follow like
Oh,
this
of
whole
course.
crazy ordeal.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah.
pissed me off was that Jordan Woods was the face of it and not Tristan
Yep.
Thompson.
100% because
Like
he's a piece of shit. He's cheated on
he's
every
a fucking piece of shit, dude.
It's
Who
crazy.
put up the same day this shit was going down. He put up a story of him like drinking a beer with a friend and like cheersing. Like he couldn't
Of
give
course.
less of a shit.
Exactly.
And Jordan
it was
made a
awful.
huge mistake, but I don't know.
When you're
It-
6'9" and you're like out at clubs making out with chicks while your girlfriend is pregnant at home, like you give no fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
induced her labor. He induced her labor. How can you
Terrible.
And
forgive
then she
someone
let
for
him in
that?
the
You know what I mean?
operating. And then he's in the freaking room holding her hand.
And she was like, be nice to him.
Oh
be
my
nice to him. I was like,
No.
okay, no.
That's what I'm saying. That's when she lost me, and I did really like her, but it's just
I can see that. She has some issue where she gives the men everything, like even moving to Cleveland. Why are you moving to Cleveland? You're Khloe Kardashian.
I can see
Stay in Los Angeles, you know, like do your own thing.
Who wants to move to Cleveland?
Who wants to move to Cleveland?
He's not
it's just like no, but it's just like do whatever you need to do if you have a good, healthy relationship. But she does have an issue of and if you're gonna do it, then do it, but don't. You're right, like Geneva's saying that because like she made it a public thing where people were like, "What about Tristan? Like, how are you just outing this girl who
this 19-year-old is like a child? It's like
he's the father of your children. He's your partner, like." Of your child. Right. Sorry, baby true.
She's adorable. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know. It's just funny to me that she calls her baby true. I don't know why.
Yeah. She seems like a really good mom.
I'm like, is she going to call her like child true, adult true,
human true,
teenager true?
Teenager true. But yeah, no, that was not a good look. And she got, and like tweeting that stuff, it was, I mean, that ordeal is crazy. Like that was real life.
And
crazy.
Well, I saw that like Jada Pinkett just unfollowed all the Kardashians.
I would love to hear what Jada's red table talk on them is. Oh my God, I would do.
I know, right? I bet she is
so funny when they FaceTimed in Will Smith, who's like, "What the fuck do you want from me?"
And
right
Will
now?
Smith is my number one love too.
Smith.
So, oh my God.
I mean, I love him too, and I'm like, that's not on his level, you know, to like be commenting on this.
It was very sweet though, since her dad's dead. To kind of, I thought that was sweet.
Yeah.
Her dad died, and he was really good friends with them, I guess, from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I guess he did all.
Yeah, that I knew. Yeah. I didn't know he died.
I'm trying to bring it down, but he is so cute, and he ages like a fox too. Oh my God!
No,
I was watching
Hitch
the other day,
and he like still dancing. I love that movie. I do, even though I'm not into Eva Mendes.
Wow, interesting.
You know, some people I don't like.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean maybe because she's married to Ryan Gosling. So I'm like,
that irritates me. Yeah, that bothers me. I don't like that. And they're so private.
It's a fascinating relationship.
I know.
Because they're both. They seem like they should be a match, but we all resent it. I don't know why. It's really weird.
I know.
Because I'll tell you why. We want him to be Rachel McAdams. That's why.
100%. That's exactly why. I feel like they're
exactly so magical.
That relationship was so beautiful.
It was, and I loved that they were together in real life. Like, I honestly, that's like, I wish they were still together. That would have been great.
When he picked her up when they won Best Kiss at the MTV movie awards.
So
and he's like literally she's just like sitting on his hip in her like little corset and jeans. Oh my God, I remember that too well.
I can picture it in my head. I can relive that moment too. And they supposedly didn't like each other when they filmed the movie, and that was like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
that's even better.
I love that.
I really feel like we could talk for 7 hours about
know, for realsies.
If you want to shout out, like tell us about where people can get your podcast, shout out your Instagram, all that fun stuff.
Well, it's fun because it's all the same. So Not Skinny But Not Fat on Instagram. Podcast is Not Skinny But Not Fat. All keeping it simple, keeping it real. We're all good.
And when do you guys release episodes for the pod? Do you do like same day?
Yeah, we do like not same day. That'd be hard.
Oh, no, sorry. I meant like same days every week, or you guys switch it up.
Oh, yes. I thought you were like, do you like record and
Geneva whips that up.
Even though that could be cool doing it live.
Yeah.
We come out with a new episode every Tuesday, and it's everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify, wherever there are podcasts, you can find us. Talking about probably similar to what you talk about, celebrities, reality TV, the important stuff. The important stuff.
The crucial, important things to life. What we're here for.
Yes.
Well, so awesome talking to you. We can't thank you enough. Anytime you guys need guests, we are more than welcome to come chat on your pod.
Let's set that up for sure.
We'll be up to date on our Kardashians.
Of course. Yeah, we'll be.
You better watch.
I think I
you
will
better
be.
watch.
I think I will be.
I'm I don't know. I just can't get away, so I'll probably be back.
Do it.
But thanks, Amanda. Thanks so much.
Thank you, girls.